For Sheriff Constantine, it was a day like any other, just an endless stretch of quiet, sun-baked asphalt and the familiar chirp of crickets in the tall grass. He was on the verge of being bored, but on a road this lonely, you learn that silence can be deceptive. What he was about to find would shatter his reality forever. It started subtly, a shimmer in the air up ahead like a heat haze on a day that wasn't particularly hot. But as he got closer, he realized this was no mirage. It was a wall, a perfect, invisible barrier that rippled like water when the wind blew. This wasn't something natural. It felt like a glitch in the world itself. Before he could even radio it in, a black blur rocketed past him, moving with an impossible silent speed. Adrenaline surged through him. All thoughts of procedure vanished, replaced by pure primal instinct. He floored it. The chase was on. He was pushing his patrol car to its limit, but he was chasing a phantom, a shadow that seemed to dance between the trees, always just out of reach. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it was gone. He pulled over into a clearing, the silence of the woods deafening after the roar of the engine. There was nothing. No tire tracks, no broken branches, no sign of a car. Had he imagined it? And then his eyes locked onto something that defied physics. A single paper coffee cup, just floating. Suspended in the air as if held by an unseen hand. Every cop instinct he had screamed trap, anomaly, danger. But curiosity was a stronger force. He got out of his car, his heart pounding against his ribs. He approached it slowly, circling the impossible object, expecting it to drop at any second. It didn't. He was standing face to face with a miracle or a nightmare, and he couldn't tell which. Reaching down, he picked up a small stone. He tossed it. It flew straight past the cup and landed softly on the dirt. Whatever was happening here, it was real. Taking a deep breath, he reached out a trembling hand into the empty air and felt an icy shock as his fingers met the cold, hard steel of a car door. He gasped, pulling his hand back. It was here. The entire vehicle was parked right in front of him, a ghost in plain sight. He began to trace its form, his hands mapping out the contours of a machine that shouldn't exist. He was touching the impossible. Then, a soft click echoed from within the invisible car. From the tires up, it began to bleed into reality. Lines of chrome and panels of polished black shimmered into existence, like a digital ghost taking form. Before him stood a pristine, futuristic Audi, its engine honing with an otherworldly purr. For a moment, he thought he had his answer. He thought the mystery was over. He reached for the door handle, ready to confront whoever or whatever was behind the wheel. But the very instant his skin made contact with the metal, it dissolved. The car evaporated into thin air like smoke, leaving him grasping at nothing. He was left alone in the clearing, with the silence, the dust, and a story that would sound like madness to anyone who would listen.